Welcome to Mindset Monday, where we bring you the truth after Sunday. This is episode 6, where jealousy is a you problem. Yes, it is a you problem, and I put my hand on my own chest and say, John, jealousy is a you problem. Growing up, my parents raised me to believe in God, but I wasn't like going to church like that, right? Like going to some random places here and there, whatever. But when I eventually started going to church consistently, there were some men that started to really invest into me, pour into my life, started to help develop me and mature me through some dark times, some deep times, some difficult times, whatever. And when I got to a healthier place, I started to get these opportunities to speak, to preach, to teach, to lead. And I didn't really want to do any of that stuff. But eventually when I started doing it, I was like, man, God, I really think that this is one of the things I was made to do. And I started to really fulfill me, and I started to see change in other people's lives. Well, then I started to see peers get similar opportunities and people that were, ahead of me in the process, so to speak. And I'm the person, I want to encourage you, I want to celebrate you. Like, I don't know why. I love to do that kind of thing. Well, early on, though, there would be like this little like sour taste, this little sour tinge would kind of come up out of me. And it was for like a hot second. And it would just like, oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. When I see somebody else do this, it's like, oh, there it is. I see them lead. Well, I ended up realizing it was jealousy. I was experiencing jealousy. And so God over time had to deal with me like, John, jealousy is a you problem. Jealousy is a you problem. Like, it has much less to do with what the other person is doing and has much more to do with what you're not doing. That's what it is. Like, it has much less to do with what they are accomplishing. It has much more to do with what you feel like you're not accomplishing. And so now I'm like changing my whole mindset on it. And I'm like, oh, okay. Jealousy is a me problem. I'm being selfish and going, well, why do they get that opportunity? How come they were able to do this on that time? I wasn't given that opportunity. I spoke last week. I hope they didn't forget what I said now this week, since this person spoke. And, so my mind would just kind of like, I'd have to wrestle with that. And now I'm like, okay, God, I see what it is. Jealousy is a me problem. If I can get so completely focused on the mission and the task at hand and what the bigger thing is, I'm not going to sit here and hate on anybody else now. Like, I'm not going to be jealous because now I see this other person speaking, this other person leading, and I'm like, oh man, we're serving the same purpose. We're serving the same purpose. It's not about me. It's not even really about you. It's just about what the big purpose is. So, like, no, I'm going to celebrate you now, right? So here's what I would say. If you are experiencing jealousy with any person in your life, it may be at your job, it may be at the gym, right? Maybe at your church, it may be friends, whatever it might be. Here's what I would say. If you kind of want like a cure for jealousy, here's what I would say is begin thanking God for that person and celebrate their accomplishments with them and go communicate to them your gratitude for what they're doing and for who they are. I guarantee you, if you start doing that, jealousy is not going to be a problem anymore. It'll put you in a healthier place, and you will actually begin accomplishing more in your own life because of it, because you free yourself up of all that weight that you don't even need to carry around. So remember, it is a mindset. Let's get after it this week. And remember, look, jealousy is a me problem. It's not your fault. It's mine. I need to address some things. Let's make sure we do that this week. This is Mindset Monday. Let's kill it before Sunday. I will see you next week.